My name is Harlee, I'm in pain all the time, no one knows the fuck why, and today I'm going to be asking questions to my best friend Caitlin to see what it's really like to have a pain in the ass like me. Okay, so Caitlin, how long have you and I been friends?
Technically 3 years, but altogether 4.
Few simple words, what is it like for you to have your best friend be as useless as me?
But you're not useless.
We're on the borderline.
On the borderline. No, you're not completely useless. I mean, I don't know. I don't really see it as anything. I mean, it's just something that, like, we've grown used to.
Yeah, it's become the new reality.
Yeah, it's basically like the new reality, so I don't think anything of it, even when you want to bring, like, your hot water bottle out in public and stuff, like, where you're like, I'm just going to show my burns off today, I'm just like, do you boo?
So, has there ever been times that you want to do something, or is it, and I can't do it, or has there been any times that you're just disappointed that I can't do certain things?
No, because we've discussed this before, because either way, because it'd be like, if we want to go out, like, if I wanted to go out hiking or something like that, I'm just like, we'll just buy you a wheelchair. It's fine. We'll just, you take whatever you need to take, and then we'll buy a wheelchair, save the energy, then when we get there, we'll have a good time.
How do you feel about when you, like, see me take my medication, and how do you feel like it affects me, like my medication affects me?
I feel like, so, how I feel when I see you take your meds, I don't think anything of it, because you know that in my past, like, I've had to take meds, and you knew me as, like, this, like, mini drug lord, because I was on so many prescription medications for my own conditions. So I don't, like, ever think anything of it, except, like, when I'm like, do you even know why you're taking that? And then you're like, no. And I'm like, maybe you should find out. But how I feel like it affects you is I feel like it affects your self-esteem and your self-confidence, because you're kind of just like, I have to be completely drugged and doped up, and I can't drive, and I can't go out I can't go outside, I can't be bothered getting dressed because you're in so much pain. But you know, then just having to take the drugs, you're just like, this is my life. Like, I'm just stuck on drugs so I can get by.
Yeah.
Like, not even, like, live your life. It's just getting by.
Yeah.
And that's all it is.
And do you think, do you notice, because as I've explained before that I feel dopey, do you notice that there's a dope effect as well?
I notice, no, most of the times when you, like, mostly dopey, is like when you're on the phone, or like you've sent a Snapchat, and like I can tell that your voice tone has gone like down, you're not as concentrated, you constantly just say you're tired and things like that. I don't think, oh no, there was one time when I did come here and you were curled up on the couch and you literally couldn't leave the couch, so it was just one of those things where we just pretty much just sat in silence and watched YouTube. Because you're just kind of like in your own space.
What is your number one TMI moment?
Or I mean, if anything, like for like general public point of view, I think like me coming over and you being like, oh, like the hot water bottle burns I've had have like extended. I'm like, what do you mean? You're just like, oh well, here you go. And I'm just like seeing like full like underwear and just like all down the leg, and I'm just like, huh. But like to me, like that's normal.
Yeah.
But to other people, that might be like, holy shit, put your pants on.
How do you feel about my doctors?
That's a hard question.
Do you feel a type of way?
Well, the surgeon that we went and saw, because I had to take you, I feel like he didn't do much. Like he could, like we could be like, you know, we think that like another doctor has recommended that it might be adhesions, and here's just a couple of symptoms as to why, and he just straight up like interrupted and said, no, you don't have adhesions, it's nothing.
It's nothing, it's IBS. And then
yeah, like it's IBS, like he just diagnosed it himself, so like each doctor just seems to diagnose their own way, and they're not trying to, you know, work out with like another doctor. So your doctor saying it's adhesions, the surgeon's not even willing to put that as a factor.
I've got two main doctors, and one of them is like adamant that it's adhesions, and the other one's adamant that it's endometriosis.
Yeah.
And then, even though I said, like, I've seen the gynecologist surgeon, and they were like, well, it could be, but we're not going to risk it. and then this guy just was like, didn't even think maybe it could be either.
And then same with like when he was basically like, oh, we're going to go put you through these uncomfortable procedures and they're going to come back fine.
Yeah, he told me, he told us it was pretty much going to take months for me to even get the procedure, and then once the procedure happens, he's going to come back fine, even though it doesn't mean it actually is fine, and then they don't know what's going to happen from there. How do you feel about my mental health? Woo! Woo!
I feel like because you don't have too many people to rely on, that when it's those nights where like you can't sleep, is nights that you start like, not like overthinking things, but like you think too much of the possibilities and what can happen and things like that, and then you get really distressed, in which then you do try to message me, but then like I'm dead asleep.
Because it's like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it's 3 o'clock in the morning or something, and you can't talk to your partner because then he has to be up in 2 hours.
Yeah.
And you're just kind of like left in your own thoughts. So I feel like that could probably have like a massive decline in like already
shit.
Yeah.
What is my number one complaint?
There's so many. I think there's so many. Like it's like, what's the top one? Oh, I'm running out of meds.
Yeah.
I'm running out of meds. Or my meds haven't kicked in. Or I'm too doped. Or I want a fucking Coke. Because during all your procedures you just can't have Coke or anything like that. She's just like, I just want a fucking Coke. I
just want a soft drink. And what do you think that you do that helps me the best?
Well, I drive you to all your appointments because otherwise you won't be able to get to and from. I sit and talk to you about your mental health, that way you do have someone to talk to, and that way you're not bottling it up inside and making yourself worse. I help you get ready, that way at least you can feel somewhat confident in yourself.
Hell yeah.
I'm basically your therapist.
Oh, 100%. My therapist, my PA, my life coach.
That's it, you can do it.
I think it's one of those things though, like, I think like it's uncomfortable when you have to rely on your partner for something as well, but even though like I love Caitlin a lot, having to rely on like a best friend for shit that you feel like they never should have to do, it's like a confronting thing that you have to deal with, and it's very frustrating and it takes a lot of your pride. But at the same time, if I didn't have that,
yeah, it's one of those things that I always say, that's one of the things that you think of too much, and that's what kills your confidence.
Yeah, like I think it's a thing of, as well as I said to you, like
you feel guilty.
I feel guilty. Yeah, I feel guilty all the time because I feel like you've done so much for me, and I don't feel like I can ever repay you for that, or I can ever be there for you. And then I feel shit because
but
I need you in my life.
But I don't need much.
And so what would your final word of advice, so if someone is watching this and they have their best friend in chronic pain but they don't know what to do, what would be your word of advice?
Pretty much just like the most cliche thing, just be there for them.
I think it's the little things that count the most. Like I appreciate the bigger gestures, but like getting that text from you in the morning being like, hey, how's your day been?
Yeah.
Or like, how's your pain level? Or I know you didn't sleep much last night, how are you doing at work today? Like those, like it all matters a lot to me and it all means a lot to me, but it's like even just that means a lot. Well, that was emotional and overdrained. Well, my name is Harlee. I'm in pain all the time. No one knows the fuck why. This is my best friend, Caitlin. Thank you for watching. If you want to like and subscribe to follow this disaster called life, you most definitely can. If you are a best friend of someone in chronic pain and you want to ask questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below and I'll make sure we answer them at some point or other. But other than that, you guys have a great day.